What's up everybody, welcome back to another video, and this is going to be another checking out Linux video. So today we're going to be checking out Pop! OS. This has been a really hyped distribution recently, within the last 2 years or so. For one, it was on Linus Tech Tips, which is definitely a big thing for any distribution as small as Pop! OS was, and it is really mainly hyped up for gaming. I'm not really sure exactly what sets it apart from the other distributions, but oh well. We're going to be checking it out in this video, so without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, here we are in Pop! OS, and first things first, there is no dock, which is one of the main things that I don't like about stock GNOME desktops. So if we go into activities, this is where the dock is, which is a little bit jarring even for people coming from macOS, which this does feel like more of a macOS feature or something that macOS would do. So let's see here. If we want to show all applications, click on the applications button there, and we got them here. One thing I like, it does seem to have less applications than Ubuntu does. It's sort of in between the minimal Ubuntu install and the normal Ubuntu install. So first things first, this is the system applications in this folder. Another good thing, the folders don't seem to glitch like they do with Ubuntu. Sometimes when I've installed the minimal installation of Ubuntu, it has not had the folders, and sometimes it has. I don't know how many people have come across that issue or not, but I have on 3 of my Ubuntu installs, and it has only worked properly on 2 of them. Here's the Office applications. We've got LibreOffice, Calc, Draw, Impress, and Writer. Pretty normal for that. Here is the utilities. We've got a document viewer, document scanner, which that's a little bit more novel for a distribution to have. Not as many distributions have document scanners. Character mapper, which that's also a little bit more novel. We've got the separate extensions application there, but it doesn't look like we have GNOME tweaks, which is interesting. From what I've seen, this installs when you install GNOME tweaks, but oh well. Maybe I didn't see it in system. Is it in here? Nope. Alright. So here we've got, that looks like an email application. Is that what that is? Yes, that is an email application. It doesn't seem to work properly with iCloud. Pretty much the same as every other email application on Linux that I've tried. Here we've got the calculator, just your basic calculator app that you get on all of the Ubuntu based distributions pretty much. Just a little bit of a different color scheme. If we go to weather here, there's not as many distributions I've seen that have an actual full-on weather app. This seems to be a pretty nice weather app too. I'd really like it more if distributions had widgets and such on the desktop, sort of like iOS is getting on their home screen. I'm actually surprised not very many operating systems even have an equivalent to that. I'm very surprised with how little they have widgets. Mac OS doesn't really have any. Windows doesn't. You'd think for desktops it'd be more of a obvious thing to have, but apparently not. We've got the nice file icon there, sort of. Looks like the new Ubuntu file icon, just a little bit different there. Looks more like a drawer with files inside of it than a file, which is, I actually kind of like that icon. I like the color scheme and everything of these icons. I actually like them better than the new Ubuntu, which I kind of like the new Ubuntu stuff. So yeah, alright, let's look at the terminal here. Anything interesting about that? Nope, just a basic terminal. How do you update this? I didn't see an update application. Is it through the, maybe it's through the Pop Shop here. Let's see. Checking for updates. Let's see here. Is it gonna go through? Is it gonna go through? I am connected to the internet. It should go through. I had to click off and click back on for some reason. Looks like it does have operating system updates here. These are VirtualBox updates, so I should probably install those. Well, I'll install these and check back with everybody later. Alright, while these are installing, let's go ahead and look at the rest of the Pop Shop here. Oh, never mind. Well, never mind. Alright, they're installed. Failed to install. Oh no, okay, oh well, that doesn't really matter too much. Let's go and look at the Pop Shop here. Okay, so there is Visual Studio Code. Is that because Microsoft released it or something. That seems interesting. Alright, let's look here at Steam first. Alright, so no screenshots available. I wish there were screenshots, that'd be good. Steam is a popular platform for buying and downloading and playing video games. Pretty good there. What's this? Oh wow. Oh, that is nice. They got a Pop! OS DEB Deb version, and they've got Flatpak, and they've got a selector. That is really nice. And is this taking it straight from the Valve one that's made by Valve? It's interesting. That is much better. Wow. Okay, that is much better than what Ubuntu does. I'm already thinking about switching it to Pop! OS and maybe just getting an extension for the dock. That'd be, oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is fantastic. I really like this already. This is set up so nicely. Let's see here, Visual Studio. That's interesting, made by Microsoft. They've got a selector there for the Deb and Flatpak versions. That's nice. We've got Lutris here, and it's just the Deb version, because I guess that must be all there is. That is also really nice. I don't know if are these the versions. These might be the versions that are taken straight from the developers. It looks like it might be. Here's Office software. Here's some of the system software here that they've got. Math, science, and engineering. Interesting. They got the Arduino application there. Really nice. I really like the Pop Shop. This is nice. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Now everything's downloaded. This may just be because I have this installed in a VM that it took this long for everything to show up, but I'll be back once it's all updated. Alright, so all the updates that are going on seem to still be waiting for authentication. Probably still something to do with my virtual machine and the internet. So I really like that they got Firefox installed. That is pretty cool. I do use Firefox as my main browser, and that's great. They got Firefox installed, not Chrome or Chromium. Let's see here, they've got a calendar. That's pretty good. I think this is the same calendar, GNOME calendar, or whatever it is, that I have on my computer. You know what? I'm gonna real quickly look up to see if there's anything different on this in the terms of gaming, and I'll get to you guys real quick about that. Okay, so it seems like there's nothing that is really a deal breaker in terms of performance with anything Pop! OS or Ubuntu. No real difference unless you are using the normal installation of Ubuntu and versus the normal installation of Pop! OS. There's potentially less bloatware depending on what applications that you use. So yeah, it's not necessarily a huge performance impact, it seems, other than just some easier quality of life changes that do apply a little bit more to gamers rather than people who just like to use Linux. It applies much more to people who are coming from Windows or coming from Mac OS and have never used Linux before. Although I do think the UI is a little bit unfriendly towards people coming from Mac OS or Windows. The actual features of it, the App Store for it, how the App Store works, are much more friendly towards new Linux users. That's a very interesting dynamic with the interface, in my opinion, not being that friendly, but the actual applications and features being quite friendly towards new users. It's very interesting. Another thing that's very interesting with Pop! OS, it's tailored to specific hardware. So that would be System 76 hardware. And if you're using Ubuntu, you're not using a System 76 computer, don't worry, that is on top of what Ubuntu already supports. So from what I can tell, it works perfectly with other hardware as well. So I really like that. That is something that I think is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I like Pop! OS. I like the interface of it. I'm now thinking of switching to Pop! OS. And unlike other Linux distributions, if I look at another Linux distribution and go, oh, that's nice, I really like that, I might want to switch to it. In the back of my mind, I sort of know that it's most likely going to be a temporary thing until the next version of Ubuntu comes out. But with Pop! OS, I feel like it would be a long-term switch if I switched to Pop! OS. Yeah, I might do that, and I might even have a full-on review if I really feel like there's anything that I need to cover that's not in this video. But yeah, I hope you all liked the video, and I'll see you all in the next video.